Million young money, million young money, million young money, young million young million young money, young million young million young money.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video we're going to talk about how to stake Hex for the maximum amount of gains. Now there's two ways to stake your Hex. One way is to use the AA Lobby, which is this right here. The other way is to use Hexmax. So I am going to go through both of them and show you different ways to stake your Hex. Now they both have the advantages and disadvantages. Now one great thing about Hex, which makes this unique to any other cryptocurrency, is that you can stake them, you can earn rewards on them. Now there's very few cryptocurrencies out there where you can stake your actual crypto and earn rewards. So basically you can lock up your Hex and you'll earn rewards on them just for locking them up. So you're getting free, basically getting free Hex just for holding. I mean, you're holding anyway, you might as well actually stake them and actually earn interest on them. Now I'm gonna run through a quick example. Let me go through a quick example. So let's say I was to stake, I don't know, 100,000 Hex, yeah. Let's say it's to stake 100,000 Hex, yeah, and I was to stake that for 7 days, yeah. Now at the end of 7 days I am going to get 336 Hex. Now you could do as many stakes, or you could do 7 days, a 7 day Hex. Now for 7 days you're going to get 336 Hex. If I was to do it for 30 days, I'm going to get 1,600 Hex extra Hex, which I'm holding anyway. I'm going to earn more on my Hex. And you can even do longer ones. You can go 200 if you want. Then you get 10,940 Hex. So there's like, the longer you stake, the more rewards you get. But there's a few things you need to know before staking your Hex. Now let's say I wanted to stake 100,000 Hex for 200 days. Now once you enter your stake and you put it in the system that you're going to stake your Hex, let's say for 200 days, you have to commit to stake your Hex for 200 days. Now let's say 100 days into your stake, let's say it's 100 days into your stake, you told the system that I want to stake for 200 days. Now 100 days into it, you want to emergency end your stake. Well, what happens is you have to pay penalties. Now the way the penalties works is, first they're going to start deducting out of your profits, and then they're going to actually deduct out your principal. So if you come out of your stake, and let's say you stake for 200 days and you come out of it 100 days into it, not only you're going to lose out on the profits, the extra profits that you would have earned, you'll actually lose out on the principal. So if you put 100,000 in, you're actually going to get less back than 100,000 Hex, because you said that you was going to stake for 200 days and you never stuck to your word. That's one thing about Hex is that if you're going to tell them that you're going to stake for 200 days, you better stake for 200 days. You gave them your word that you're going to stake for 200 days and you never stake for 200 days. So therefore you have to pay penalties. Another thing that you need to know about Hex is that, let's say I stake for 200 days. You got to remember to end your stake as well. So there's penalties with that. Like let's say you stake for 200 days and let's say you leave it there for, I don't know, you forget about your stake and now it's 250 days. They're going to start deducting this. Your rewards are going to start deducting your rewards. And then let's say that was 250 days, let's say for instance. Now imagine you leave it for 300 days. You said you're going to stake for 200 days. Now you leave for 300 days. Then they're going to start deducting out of your principal. So one thing to bear in mind when staking your Hex is that if you said you're going to stake for a certain amount of days, you better make sure you stake for them certain amount of days. And then you better make sure you end your stake as well. You better make sure you end your stake for the time that you committed as well. So let's say you commit for 200 days. When it comes to 200 days, end your stake after 200 days. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay penalties. So that's one way to stake your Hex. Now I'll give you a quick example of how to do this. So let's just say I'm just going to show you a quick example. Let's say I want to stake, I don't know, 100,000. Let's do, I don't know, as a test. we'll do, let's say I only want to do a short stake. You know what, let's just do 100,000. Fuck it, let's do 100,000. So I'm going to stake 100,000 hex for 7 days. So what you do is you type 100,000 here. You'll put the amount of length of stake you want to do. So you do 7 days, and then you press stake. What this will do then is pop up your MetaMask. Bring this down here. You select the amount of gas. So I just usually go with fast because I don't really want to wait. So I'll click save and confirm. So we'll wait for that to go through. So yeah, while that's going through, another thing to bear in mind. Now, you see I done a stake here earlier and now it's saying pending. Now basically the stake is not going to start until, let me go back to the transformation thing. The stake is not going to start until this countdown goes down. So when day 144 is over in approximately 4 hours and 17 minutes, then your stake is going to start. Your stake will then go, then your stake is going to start. Now, as you see, look here, I've got 2 stakes here now. So hold on, let me refresh the page. Give it a sec to load. See, as you see, I got 2 stakes here. I done one earlier for 100 and done another one for 100,000. Now, as I was saying, now you see this let me do it again. Now you see this counter here, it says 4 hours and 16 minutes. Once that counter goes to 0, your stake would then start. So at the minute it's going to say pending. Now, let's say you staked and all of a sudden you change your mind. Now you can end your stake without any penalties, as long as it still says pending. As long as it still says. So if you end your stake while it's pending, you don't incur any fees. You don't pay any penalties. So let's say I got my 100 hex here. I want to end that stake because it's not started yet. I can just click end stake, and it says, are you sure you want to cancel this stake? And I'll just put end stake, and then I'll pay the gas fee, and I won't get any penalties for doing that because it's in pending. When it's in pending, you don't pay any fees because it hasn't actually started. So I can just end stake that, wait for that to go through, and yeah, that would end stake that. So that's one way of doing it. That's one way of staking your hex. Now, here's another way of staking your hex, Hexmax. Now, me personally, I think this is the best way to stake your hex. Now, this works different to the AA lobby. The way this one works now is that when you go into when you stake in with this, let's say I was to put in, I don't know, let's say what, 121,000, yeah. Let's say I was to put in 100,000 or 121,000, whatever I put in, yeah. With this, you get actual. Now, with this, you get rewards. Now, let me explain this how this works to you. A better explanation of this, of how it works is this. Let's go to here, how the fees work. Now, this will give you a better understanding. There's a 10% entry fee. So let's say you staked, I don't know, 100 hex, example 100 hex. You staked 100, you basically you put 100 hex into the ecosystem, but they're going to take 10% out. So you're going to be left with only 90 hex in the system. Now, the way the fee works is 2% is price inflation. So 2% goes for the price of this token to go up. So don't forget, when you put your hex into this system, you get a token called Hex 4. Now, that does not mean that your hex has disappeared. No, you get the token called Hex 4, and basically 2% is to go to the price inflation of Hex 4. So the price basically with Hex 4, with this Hex 4 token, it can't go down. It's designed to go up. This price can't dump. It has to go up. It has to go up. That's just the way it's designed. So that's how the 2% price inflation works. Now you got 6% in rewards. 6%. So don't forget, this is broken down. 2% out of that 10% fee is for price inflation. 6% is in the rewards. Rewards is this. So when you actually put in hex in, when you put your hex into the system, you get a thing called rewards, which is this, which you can then look. See here, I got 1.64 rewards. I just put a small test in earlier, and you got rewards. Now with the rewards, you're earning that. Now as you can see, look, I put 100 hex in earlier, yeah, and I've got a stake here for 90 hex. So I'll put 100 in, they take 10% out, which leaves me with 90 hex. So the best thing about this is you can actually stake with this Hexmax as well as earn rewards while you stake. Now the only downside is, yeah, there's a 10% fee to get into this and there's a 10% fee to get out of it. But because you're earning rewards, as long as you stay in it long enough, you'll recruit that 10% fee going in and 10% fee going out, and you're actually better off staying in here because you earn rewards. And as people come in and out, you're earning extra rewards. Now another thing, so let me go through the fee. So 6% goes to the rewards, yeah, which is this thing here. These are your rewards. These are your rewards here. So you get extra hex just for putting it in here. And then 1% goes to referral. So if you refer someone, out of that fee, another 1% is going to go to your referrals, and then another 1% goes to the developer who created this contract. Then on the exit fee, this is how it works. So the exit fee is the same thing. 2% goes for the price inflation. Remember, the price in Hexmax is designed to go up. This thing is designed to go up. It's not designed to go down. It never goes down. It goes straight up. 6% is the rewards. So basically, as people leave, you will get rewards here. So you're going to actually accumulate rewards. And then 1% goes to Hex Rise, which is another contract which is in this ecosystem. And then the 1% is a developer fee, which goes to developer. And then there's a 1% transfer fee. Now, this one looks interesting. Like if I was to go in, if I had to choose between one, if I had to choose between both, one or the other, if I had to choose between the staking on the AA lobby or staking on Hexmax, I would choose the Hexmax because you're gonna earn. You're actually gonna, not only can you stake your hex, and oh yeah, another thing I want to mention: when you stake your hex on this, don't think it's locked into this works on the original. This will stake on this original hex. It will actually, when you stake your hex, it goes to the original contract. You won't see it here, but it goes to the original contract. Another benefit on staking here, let's say you emergency end your stake. Now you're only gonna pay basically with Hex, when you stake with Hex, can't get my words out. When you stake with the original Hex contract, now let's say you was to stake for, I don't know, 200 days, yeah, and let's say you emergency end stake to 100 days, they're gonna take your profits and your principal. That's what they do. Now with this, yeah, if you emergency end stake, let's say you stake for 200 days and you emergency end your stake, they're only gonna take out your profits. They're only gonna take out your profits out of that stake. Your principal stays the same. They do not deduct the fee out of your principal. So it's actually safer to stake here. It's actually a lot more safer. Now the same rules do so that's the only difference. The difference is, yeah, you don't get penalized for they will never take your principal away. You're only gonna get, if you emergency end stake, they're gonna just take it out of your profits and not your principal. If you forget to end your stake, they're only gonna take your profits and never take it out of your principal. So this actually works better than the normal Hexmax, the normal AA lobby system, the normal Hex contract, the normal AA lobby. Now, I'm going to show you an example of how this works. Now, let's say I wanted 100,000 Hex. So I wanted 100,000. I wanted about 100,000 Hex. Now, this calculates the fee when you get in. So let's say, well, let's go back there. How is that 100,000? So hold on. So many zeros. 1, 2, 3. That's 100,000 Hex there. Now, as you can see, if I put 100,000 Hex in there, I am gonna get 83,272 Hex 4, because basically the price of Hex 4 is more than the price of Hex. Now, does that mean that when you put your money into this contract that you lose this 100,000? You always keep this 100,000, but they're going to take a 10% fee off this 100,000. So that they're going to take a 10% fee off the 100,000. That's how it works. So then when you go in, you're going to be only left with 90,000, not 100,000. When you go in now, you're going to take 10%, so you're only going to have 90,000. So they take a 10% fee, but the fee does not matter because you're going to earn that back in rewards, and on top of that, you can stake as well. You can stake in here as well. So it's like, this is a better way of doing it because it's a full ecosystem. Now, the only disadvantages with this is that you have to pay that 10% fee in and 10% out. With this one, when you stake with this, you don't pay the 10% fee. You don't pay any fees for staking on here. There's no fees for actually entering a stake. But with this, there's a fee you only pay the fee once. Once you get into the ecosystem, you pay 10%. Once you get out of this ecosystem, you pay another 10%. Now, I know it is confusing, but it's one of those that I'm trying my best to explain it to you because it took me a while to get my head around it. But so let's say I want 100,000 hex. Well, another thing as well, if you want a referral link, if you want to share this with people, you need 100,000 hex 4, not normal hex 4 to qualify. So that's what I want to do. So let's say, at the minute, 100,000 is only getting me 83,000. It's only getting me 83,000. I want 100,000. So I don't know. Let me see. That's 91. Ooh, it's gone up. It's actually gone up since last time. Let's do 121,000. Yeah, I'll do 121,000. Let's say you wanted to get in. So I want to put 121,000 worth of hex into this. So you're going to type in 121,000. Now, one thing to bear in mind before I do this, you can't just, see this staking, you can't just come straight into here and stake. You have to enter it into the ecosystem. So you got to do is you put 121,000 in there, yeah? You click approve. This is the first thing I do. I click approve. You wait for the fox to appear. Now, obviously, there's a gas fee. I just go with fast because I want it to confirm quick. It says, do you want to allow this? And I will put confirm. So I'll wait for that to go through. While we're waiting for that to go through, so you type in the amount of hex that you want to put into Hexmax, and then first thing you'll do is click approve. So while we're waiting for that, yeah, we just have to wait for that to confirm. So let's just pull up the little fox. There, as you can see now, it says approved. So what will happen is once it's approved, then you've got to click enter. So then now you got to do another transaction. You click enter. Now a little fox will appear again. The MetaMask will pop up. You confirm that. I'll go fast. I'll go confirm. Wait for that to go through. And yeah, we'll wait for that to go through. As soon as this goes in, I'm gonna have they're gonna take a 10% fee out of my 121,000. They're gonna deduct a 10% fee. And as soon as it goes through, I will start earning rewards. Now watch, let me wait for this to go through. And now I'll show you what I mean. I think it's gone through. As you can see, it's gone through. See, now there's my total hex. My total hex 4 is 100,843. Don't forget I had some 100 in the system before. Now my total hex that I've got available is 109. So they'll take a 10% fee out of your hex, but you're not losing your hex. Don't think that you come into this and you're converting your hex for hex 4. You're actually getting hex 4 on top of your hex. Your hex never disappears. So bear that in mind. I know it's confusing to understand, but that's the way it works. So now as people are coming in and out, I'm earning rewards on my hex. So yeah, so then another thing is that I can with these rewards, I can withdraw these rewards or roll. Roll basically means reinvest. You can reinvest your rewards to basically amplify your gains. It's to amplify your gains. Now you can stake as well. So look, that was a stake I was doing pending earlier. Now when you stake, it's your actual hex amount. You can stake this amount. Now when you stake, it does not affect this. You're still gonna earn rewards. Don't think that you're gonna stake, if you was to stake 108,000, it's not gonna affect you, stop you getting rewards. So I'm gonna stake this full amount here. As you can see, look, see my rewards just keep going up. As people are coming in, I'm getting paid dividends on people coming in. So let's actually stake some Hex. Oh, what am I doing? So I want to stake that much. Yeah, that looks right. And then you enter how many days you want to stake for. So I'm going to just stake it for 7 days, let's say, yeah. And that accumulates to that. And hold on, let me just check things out. 108, 902, that. And then you just simply click stake. And obviously you have to pay a gas fee, so I would just go fast. So quickly get through to this. And I'll wait for that to go through. And then what will happen is my stake will end here. So same rules apply as well. So don't forget, when you stake with this as well, yeah, it works how the original Hex works. When you go here, when this clock goes down, that's when your stake is going to start. So it stakes on the original contract. It's the best thing about this. This is the best way to stake. But I've just showed you both ways of doing it. But I've just done both. But me personally, as you can see, I've put more money into this one because I like the fact that I get dividends when people come in and out, which is wicked. I like that. I like that. You don't get that. You don't get the dividends. You don't get the dividends when people come in and out of this. But with this, you actually get dividends, which is wicked. So let's just refresh this a sec. And yeah, see, look, now I'm unstaked. See, unstaked now. That's gone to NA, which means because I'm staking my Hex. But I'm still earning rewards when people are coming in and out. As people are coming in and out, I'm earning rewards on my Hex. So I like this. I like this Hexmax. So yeah, I mean, look, now I should get a referral because I put 100,000 in there. Because I got 100,000 of Hexmax, I will have a referral link. You're only gonna get the referral link if you put 100,000 worth of Hexmax, not 100,000 Hex, 100,000 Hexmax. So when you type in your amount here, so let's say if I wanted 100,000 Hex. Well, that's way too much. Is that 100,000? 30, hold on. 100. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 100,000 there. No, that's 100,000 there, yeah. So yeah, so that's one thing that you've got to bear in mind. Like, look, I mean, look, 100,000, you're not gonna get 100,000 Hex 4. If that makes sense to you, you're not gonna get that 100,000 Hex 4. So that's something to bear in mind. I mean, that's actually, is that 100,000 there? That's 100,000 there, yeah. So many zeros, confuses you. Yeah, so if you put 100,000 worth of Hex in there, you're only gonna get 83. You're only gonna get 83,000. So if you want your referral link, you're gonna have to put more in to get, because the price of Hex 4 is more. That's the way it works. But yeah, I hope this helped you understand how this works. I know it's a bit confusing. I know it's a bit of a long video, but I'll try my best to explain how it all works. So yeah, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. And if you have any questions about anything, leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. And I'll catch you in the next video and have a great day.